Hey everyone, this is a tutorial to show basically how to create a Mosaic dataset and also how to create the false red imagery map that shows impervious versus impervious surfaces and also areas of vegetation and non-vegetated areas. I'm re-recording this actual tutorial separate from the one we did in the class because the audio kind of messed up. So I'm just redoing it real quick just to show everyone again with clearer audio. So basically what we do is when you download the Naip imagery, this is the imagery tiles that you can download from USGS. Typically speaking, they come in tiles like you see here. If you bring one into ArcMap, like I'm going to do in a second right here, you'll see it only brings in a single tile, in this case, this one right over here. So what we want to do is we basically want to tile all these together, and what we do is we create what's known as a Mosaic dataset. So the way we do that is we go to geoprocessing right here. You can also go to it by clicking on the View tab up here and then clicking Geoprocessing. Then search for Mosaic. And then we click on this option here called Create Mosaic Dataset. So click on that. And then what you do is you pick an output location. So typically what I do is for this is I just basically choose the default geodatabase that automatically is created whenever you start a new ArcGIS profile. I'll give this a name. I'll call this NAIP2. The only reason I'm doing 2 is because I already did this before and just want to do a new version of that. And then for a coordinate system, what I do is since I already dragged in an aerial previously. I may not have. Let me do that real quick. I'll just bring in the aerial again. What you can do in geoprocessing is, if you're in coordinate system here, simply select the actual tile imagery that you add in. This one's called M_320 blah blah blah. Here it is right here. So you click on that, it automatically populates the correct coordinate system for this data set here. So you're always making sure that the Mosaic dataset matches the coordinate system that's already being associated with each file format. So once it's set up, just basically click Run, and that'll create a Mosaic dataset. So give that a couple of seconds. And once it's done, you'll see on the side here that it populates a little Mosaic dataset. Now right now this dataset is empty. So what we need to do is we need to add all of those tiles into this data set right here. So what I do to find the add raster to Mosaic data set, you can actually search for it, add raster, and you should be able to see right there, add rasters to Mosaic data set right here. Click on that. So then in the first line here, select the Mosaic data set, NAIP_2. Leave this as is, An input type here, make sure that's set to data set. And then click on this little button here, browse, and then navigate to the folder where you saved all your tiles, and then just select one, shift select the rest, click OK. One thing I would recommend doing is to check this box called Update Overviews. What basically that does is it creates a couple of additional tiles for this map so that you can view this map at different scales. It doesn't really make sense when I describe it like that, but all you need to know is that it's useful to check that box. So once you do all these things, just click Run, and then just let that do its thing. So after a couple seconds, this is what you get, is basically a tiled Mosaic dataset right here. And what this has basically done is it's taken every single tile here, it's matched the histogram so that the tile of the imagery is actually pretty seamless. You can see there's actually a pretty good level of detail. If you zoom into this, it'll load slowly. So yeah, it's a pretty decent level of detail. And so the trick I wanted to show you guys is how do you take this image and turn it into a map that shows impervious versus pervious surfaces. And it's really simple. All you need to do is just click on the actual image layer in the NAIP layer here. Go to the image layer appearance tab right here. And then right below that, there's this option called band combination, and it already gives you this color infrared option. Just click on that and give it a second. And that's it. And so basically what you see here is essentially a map that uses the infrared camera that is used to capture this imagery. And what it does is it isolates areas of vegetation or pervious areas with hardscape areas or impervious areas. So this is a very effective, very powerful way to visualize vegetation across many different areas. And Naip imagery, the type I'm showing here, is actually readily available for pretty much most cities in the United States. So we're doing Montgomery, Alabama for this studio, but if you have a studio site or project site anywhere else and you want to do an analysis like this, this tool gives you that ability. So that's the tutorial. Thanks for listening.